We're going to go over from somewhere in North London or north of London over to flying all the way over Eastern Europe, all over Asia, into India, into Mayapur, and we're going to go to Sriman Ramesh Das, who originally is from Costa Rica. I'm sure you all know him. He needs no introduction, but for the sake of those maybe watching this on recording, I'm going to do so anyhow. He met the devotees in 1973, took Harinam the following year from Srila Prabhupada, and then Diksha in 76, and he met Srila Gurudev in 1988. I have to say, I was actually commenting with someone on his relationship with Srila Gurudev. I've never seen any devotee make Srila Gurudev laugh as much as our next speaker. Srila Gurudev used to absolutely roar with laughter whenever he appeared and performed his wonderful comedy pastime. So, Prabhu, thank you so much for speaking. The floor is now yours. It's 1:20 UK time, which is what's that in India? 5:50. So you've got until 6:20 Indian time, Prabhu. A warm welcome. Haribol. Oh, I got the times totally wrong. Sorry. It's it's 6:50 there, isn't it? So you got until 7:20. Apologies. Prabhu, you're on mute at the moment. Do I need to ask you to unmute? Okay, there you go. You can. There you go. Haribol, Dandavats. You okay, Prabhu?
Haribol?
Haribol, we can hear you fine.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Perfect.
Okay. Ajnanatimidam dasya jananjana shalakaja chaksurumilitanjana tasmai Sri Gurave Namah. Sri Gurave Gurachandraya Radhikaya Tadalaya Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadabhaktaya Namo Namah. Vande Rupa Sanatano Raghujago Sri Jiva Gopalako Sri Chaitanya Mano Vistam Stapitam Jena Bhutale Swajan Rupa Kadamayan Dadati Swapadandikam Namo Mahabhadanaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratise Namaha Vindai Tulsi Devai Priyayai Kesevasacha Krishna Bhakti Pradidevi Satya Bhakti Namaha Panchakalpa Tarvyascha Kripa Sindhu Vyavacha Patitanam Pavanevyo Vaishnavevyo Namo Namaha. Thank you, Jasodananda ji, for this and so much udipana for the new devotees, for the old devotees. And this is a real beautiful sadhu sangha to glorify the personality who give a new hope for so many and different situations and different circumstances. Like Shyamdas, when he joined to Krishna consciousness and directly come to the right guide to never loss. Never loss on the path of why is the most important understanding what Gurudev gives so much emphasis. Why Mahaprabhu descended to this world and what is the meaning of the message of Srila Prabhupada for the whole humanity. So I met the devotees in 1973, and then I joined very young, at the age of 14-year-old. By his divine grace, I offer my Koti Koti Dandavas to my gurus, Italila Pravishta, Sri Bhakti-Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, Bhakti Rakshaka Srila Gosvami Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Pramod Puri Goswami Maharaj, Vivajang Priya Guru, Srila Bhakti-Vedanta Narayana Goswami Maharaj. So when I was living in the country area of Costa Rica. And one day, my mother say, "Hey, now is the time of holidays. Go play football with your friends." So I went to the house of my friend. I was outside in the street, and I kicked the ball on the wall of the house, and waiting for my friend to wake up. Nobody was there. I was in the middle of the street, and nobody there. And suddenly, somebody appeared, very mysterious. And then I approached him, and I was very fixed on the tilak and also the mala. And he tried to communicate with me in English. And okay, I understand a little bit what he tried to say to me. He tried to distribute in those books, but he came to Costa Rica to distribute in books, yoga books, and the Spanish language country. And the books are in English. Anyway, I saw, oh my God, this is a poor man. I want to help him. So I went to the house of my friend, the Italian family, and I know the older sister of my friend, he speak English. So, and then I saw before the book, and then I was shocked when I saw Prabhupada photo. So, and then I knocked the door, and I know the book is yoga, and the mother coming out, and then I tell, please buy this book of yoga, because I read the perfection of yoga. And this is wrote by a very prominent yogi. So because I heard from a friend of mine about yoga and yogis. So this is very interesting. But anyway, I went to different houses of my friends and to try to convince them to. Finally, I went to the very close friend of mine, and I asked also the mother of my friend, and I say, please, I want some books, but I don't have money. I have my savings. I give you when I come next week here. I promise. And then she say, no, let's ask to read first, and then. So this was the final place. So, and then, of course, was a devotee, and he not speak so much with me. And only I saw when he was chanting in the mala. What is doing? What is doing? So this is coming to my mind like more interesting. What is doing? Wait. But he's very quiet. I want to be like him. So anyway, so he suddenly disappeared, and for far distance, he turned away to me. I looking, and he did like this for me, like pranams. So then after some time, so my mother went for shopping to the city, and a group of Harinam devotees there. So and then I was very boring and shocked. So and then I went outside. It was a little park. So I saw devotees doing Harinam. So I went inside, in between the devotees, and I sitting like a yogi, just to pretending to be meditation, you know. So my mother was with the guards and also asking the police, you know, where my son disappeared. Anyway, she found me and was very angry. Let's go. So, and after some time, you know, also I went to visit my father, my uncle business, a hardware shop. So, and then I was in the bus, and then I saw and there was a car beside of the bus, and it was a red light, and I saw in the dash a picture of Srila Prabhupada, and I was shocked. Again, oh my God, again, this master again, this yogi again coming to me. So I jumping out of the bus and running to try to catch the car, to try to speak with the man. I was very innocent, you know. So I then went red light and then turned green light. And then for 3 lights, I failed. So finally, the family who promised to give me the books, now give me the books. And finally, okay, I have the opportunity maybe to get this same book of this master. So then 2 weeks after, I went back to the hardware shop, and one guy entered the shop, and he buys something there, and he carries something like this, and then he put to pay, and then I saw the book. I saw the same picture of Srila Prabhupada, and then, oh my God, I was fixed like this, and the guy said, "Oh, I recognize you. You're the naughty boy, always like a crazy, follow me. What do you want? What are you looking? I was looking for this book." So then, because of my uncle, I start to learning something so called about Zen Buddhism. And I was very introspective in many things anyway. So finally, my uncle took me I went to visit my parents in Philadelphia, and then he took me to Henry Street Temple. And then I completely become, oh my God, finally, I read, and everything, all my conversations with God, I have got the answers from this master, Srila Prabhupada. So then I became completely only thinking, only talking about Krishna consciousness, about the new thing in my life to my friends. So, and then my parents were very, very crazy. So I returned back to Costa Rica, because my parents say, no, he's crazy. He's in a new sect of hippies or something like that. So they said that. And in that time, Gaura Sundar and Siddha Swarupananda start to open the temple in Costa Rica. And other devotees also start to open the temple, another temple in Costa Rica. So with my father, my mother very crazy, and then I carry chanting, japa. Devotees gave me the japa mala. When my father discovered this, I'm very angry, and they destroyed my mala. So, and then I got like this, a rope, and make counting, and for counting japa mala, new japa mala. So my father discovered again and destroy, and then don't do this, don't bubble this thing, I don't know what you're doing. Anyway, so I went secretly in my room, I chanting. Finally, my father discovered. And I say, don't do, I tell you, don't do. So this time he was very angry. And he put me tape in my mouth. So in that way, my mother say, oh, we cannot tolerate this. He have some determination.
So Prabhu, he actually taped your mouth.
Huh?
Your father taped your mouth.
Yes.
Oh my goodness! Wow.
And he forced me to eat eggs and onion and garlic. So finally, my mother crying so much. And then when I came to the temple, the devotees say, no, it's a danger. He's in the temple because he's so young. Maybe we are in trouble. And maybe it's one devotee said, this is adventure of one adolescent. And what the temple president was Narayana at the time. And he said to others, no, we have to give opportunity to him. He was so much determined. They did not allow me to enter the temple. I'm jumping on the wall. And I had to be in the Arctic. Anyway, finally, by the grace of Srila Prabhupada, I got his great mercy to get initiation at the age of 14-year-old. And then 2 years after, I get the second initiation by tape. Well, gradually, I joined to ISKCON, and by his mercy, opened temples. And South America was a terrible panorama because so much military cops, government. So at the age of 17-year-old, I got the opportunity to open a temple, but I was kidnapped for special police, and they got me here, and I have a scar here. We got the gun. So many things, in South America, in Argentina, we went to Nagar Sankirtan, and we did so much demons. They throwing us as eggs and also pieces of meat because they are vegetarians. Anyway, we were in so much tolerance, Finally, everything was fantastic because gradually everything opened. And we got more opportunities to enter in book distribution and to please Prabhupada with this task to give others the opportunity to be part of the movement Sankirtan. So gradually, we get positions to take second initiation and then to be temple commander and then temple president and gradually regional secretary and then to be co-GBC and these things and blah, blah. But something after Prabhupada left, so I remember very clear when Srila Prabhupada in the conversation with Tamal Krishna talking about two personalities, about any confusion, you please approach to my senior god brother. I consider him like my Shiksha Guru, Srila Bhakti Gosvami Maharaj, and also for my ceremony and anything what you need, also my dear Srila Bhaktivedanta Narayana Maharaj, and please call him. So and then I followed the conversations between Prabhupada and Srila Gurudeva, and by Tamal Krishna Maharaj, he sent telegrams, in the week, few telegrams to give us, updating what's going on with Srila Prabhupada, and was very interesting, what Gurudeva talking with very confidence with Srila Gurudeva. Anyway, when so many discouraged coming, because when the GBC approached in Srila Maharaj, and then so many misunderstandings, well, what's going on with in that time. Finally, I was completely satisfied. And then I went to the first meeting of Srila Prabhupada in New Vrindavan, all the Prabhupada disciples. And also some God brothers say, okay, Ramesh, you preaching an open temple, so okay, you are qualified to be guru. So they put me in the list of ISKCON gurus. So then I say, no, but actually guru, when I see, now I read Srila Sridhar Maharaj, and when I see the personality of Srila Sridhar Maharaj, you have to be the leader, the guru successor for ISKCON. So and then I was not satisfied. So for any reason, so much politics are against me, and they kick me out of ISKCON. And they put in the GBC resolutions, please not allow any temple, not allow Ramesh, because he took so much poison from the other side of the river. So I went to Sridhar Maharaj. I heard so much the beautiful concept, more amplified. Srila Prabhupada came to us to give us, some Bandagyan to really understanding Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and also to give us all the opportunities to approach the Holy Scriptures. So Bhagavad Gita, Chaitanya Charitamrita, Srimad Bhagavatam, and also Goswami's Granthas, specific Rupa Goswami like Nectar of Devotion, and also Upada Rasamrita. So I was happy and to hear from Srila Maharaj about the Guru Tattva. One means Diksha Guru and Siksha Guru, and to so much emphasis about chapter 18 of Chaitanya Adilila Chaitanya Charitamrita, and also what it means Radha Dasyam, and also more concepts about what is Braja Lila, what Mahaprabhu came to give to the whole humanity, the benefit, not only to save the world. So more details about when I see how it's possible Gurus fell down. Guru kind of fell down because when Prabhupada left, we thinking now Prabhupada is pending in 11 Gurus. Prabhupada incarnate in 11 Gurus. So anyway, one day after Srila Maharaj disappeared, August 1988, I was in Chaitanya Saraswat Math. I'm very Pandit sannyasi from Spain. His name Acharya Maharaj, and he said to me, he asked me, Ramesh, you want to meet Madhyam Adhikari running to Uttama? Wow. Where? Okay, let's go. And he asked another Bengali devotee to come with us. So we went to Devananda Gaudiya Math. So it was my first approach to meet a very high class Vaishnava. Was still a Bhaktivedanta Narayana Goswami Maharaj. Circa beginning 89. So when I returned back to the Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Math, Madhavananda, who was secretary of Govinda Maharaj, I need to speak with you. Come to the office. Unfortunately, I have a news for you. What? You can't stay anymore here. But why? I cannot give you details, but actually, you know, it's completely surrendered to Bhakti Sundar Govinda Maharaj, our Acharya. You went to visit other Vaishnava. So I went to where? I went back to ISKCON and I rented a room and my faith completely devastated. I want to tell something. Gurudeva also told me, why you left ISKCON? Why you are in Chaitanya Saraswat Math? So my first impression, was that I talked something interesting with him, but he told me this. After some years, I remind him, why you told me that? I said, Ramesh, excuse me. I trust so much in them. But anyway, so I was so desperate, and then I went to ISKCON and I say, Prabhupada, I don't know what's happened. I saw so many wrong things. Why do you want to tell me? Now I think I pray to you and you don't give me answers. No, I have to go to Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada. I think he's going to give me some answer. So I went. I prepared to go to Chaitanya Math. So I went outside of ISKCON and I prayed. I turned to pray to Pushpa Samadhi Srila Prabhupada. I expecting you give me answer about this situation. I going to your father. When I turned back to try to get the rickshaw, I saw like 200 meters, like something very special, so shine, something like the sun coming to me very close, and something pushing me to go there. So, and then I ran into another rickshaw. When I approached the rickshaw, something coming to my lips because I saw a sadhu like this. So I can see the face practically. When he saw, like somebody, tried to speak with him. And I immediately say, Puri Maharaj. And he say, how I can serve you, Baba? In English. So, and I say, no, just came to see you. Where are you going, Baba? And I say, I'm going to Chaitanya Mat. I'm going to pray to your Guru there. Oh, also because I came, he say, I came just here to Mayapur because I stay in Calcutta. Now I want to pray to my Prabhupada. Come with me. And that time his servant was a very young boy, maybe 14, 15-year-old, Anadi Prabhu. And he said, Anadi Prabhu, go by yourself and say, Baba, sit with me here. When I sit with him in the rickshaw, immediately I embrace him. And he embraced me. So the whole way to Chaitanya Mat was like something coming, like come to me. Oh. So I went with him, and we entered in this Samadhi, Prabhupada Samadhi. So I pretended to pray but I led him to pray. I'm beside him, automatically say, what I have to pray? Whatever he pray is including my prayers, because only his presence made me so much answer. So for some years, he gave me the opportunity to serving him. He doesn't have temples, only just Gopinath Prabhu renting a house. And then he bought the house, like now it's Gopinath Gaudiya. And Srila Bhakti Puri Maharaj, he was staying in the room with the deities, and another room was like for Boga. The kitchen was very precarious, very like actually none. And then he asked me if I helped him to build a temple. So at that time I was involved in art. So some income coming. So and then I have to do, even if I don't get so much comfort in my life, I have to give. Anyway, so for so many years, then Narayana Maharaj was appear again in my life. But in that time, I was very curious about Raganuga Bhakti. And before I met Gurudeva, I went to Radhakund. I researched and reading so much Vila Manjali commentaries and some, but no, so many cautions, about prejudice or these things. So when I was with Bhakti Puri Maharaj, and he said to me, oh, where are you going now? I was in Kartik time, I think 1990, 91. And I say, I'm going to Vrindavan. And where do you go? Where do you want to stay there? No, I rent in some place, but I want to get association with, to hear from a great devotee, you know, Bhaktivedanta Narayana Maharaj. So the first time when I went to visit Srila Gurudev, I don't know, spontaneously Gurudev told me, oh, I heard about you. You are with Gopinath Gaudiya with Bhakti Pramod Puri Maharaj. Come to me, come here. And he hugged me, you know, and then I hugged him, you know, and then like this, like a bosom friends. So, and then Gurudev say, please try to come more often here. And then in my mind, I say, no, I have to ask permission to Bhakti Pramod Puri Maharaj. I cannot jump in from one to another here and there, no. Already I have so much, you know, past, you know, ISKCON, I follow GVC strictly, you know. I feel I was very obedient to my senior god brothers, but then I got some frustration on this, and then I got a very close inspiration with Bhakti Raksakasi Goswami Maharaj and Bhakti Sundar Govinda Maharaj. He was very, very partial to the other devotees, and they were very fanatics and very, oh no, I don't know, but I feel so much happy and grateful with Bhakti Pramod Puri Goswami Maharaj. And he asked me, I told him I heard the Gayatri mantra from the tape from Srila Prabhupada, and he said to me, oh, I can give you all the meanings, and I can give you all. And I say also, I didn't get fire sacrifice. What can I do? I can do for you, Bhakti Pramod Puri Maharaj. Say, you know, Yasodanand, he was amazing. He made a ceremony, you know, for me, and took like 8 hours. And he, you know, stand up, even not for take prasad, nothing. 8 hours, very specific details, you know. But I appreciate so much, you know, he was always, you know. And when I went out back to West, and one day he hold me in the hand and said, Baba, don't go. Stay here, do bhajan here. But anyway, you have to go, but please don't go. And he immediately talked to me about when Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur ready to go, and how he was very close to him, and he was close to his feet. And Prabhupada was in transcendental coma, and Puri Maharaj started praying, you know. He told me, please, Prabhupada, don't go, and I don't want to be orphan, spiritual orphan. But he said to me, but something come into my mind and say, no, I would do. And Prabhupada moved his feet and his chest. Apparently, you know, he was completely. So he told, and I established very good relation, but the problem was the language. And he was very Vajanandi, you know. Every morning he wake up and chanting very earlier, and then he took bath around 7, 8 o'clock in the morning. I helped him also to go to the bathroom, you know, because we are very old. And then he said, no, I still have strength. Don't. I want to serve you. How is possible?
Prabhu, we've already gone a few minutes over time. You need a little bit more time, or you can wrap up.
Yeah, I want to touch Gurudev. I want to touch Gurudev. There's two experience about how Gurudev came to West.
Because we have another. I don't want to delay the next speaker too much. Go for it.
So anyway, I finally, you know, Gurudev come to very close to my life. I now open the World Vaishnava Association with Paramadvaiti. But Gurudev said, no, World Vaishnava Association come every month here in Kartik to only talking about Harikatha, no politics. So Ramesh, come here. So then I asked Guru Maharaj, I can hear from Srila Narayana Maharaj Harikatha. And he said, yes, of course, you can get so much benefit from him, and go and please get my blessings to go. Anyway, was the time when Gurudev planning to come to West, and Narayana Prabhu and others organized, and they asked me to help them. So I arrived in Houston, and with the help of Vishnu Prabhu, and then I didn't go to Los Angeles because I planning to go to New York to try to find facilities to be there in New York. Anyway, we stay in New York. First about New Jersey, but Gurudev wants to go to Manhattan. So and then I asked Lochananda Prabhu and Dayananda Prabhu if they can give us the key for the 26th 2nd Avenue. So and then we arranged, and then Gurudev came, and then where we stayed, my God, the only place was very near, was a very, very like 5-star hotel. So and then was a few like 60 devotees came beside it in entourage. So I renting the rooms, and we stayed there, and we came to 26 2nd Avenue, and we opened the door, Gurudev entered, and we did parikrama for Prabhupada photo, and then Gurudev sitting, and then start talking. Immediately, Gurudev's shocking voice, immediately start crying. And he say, I cannot believe how he started in a very small place. And I sent so many what he required from me to this address. And now I'm here. After 30 years, I come here because the need, I see now how he make the hippies happy. But now again become hippies, some of them. So this is my contribution for him. So then he say, yes, I want to be all of you happy. I saw how many of my God brothers, Gurudev asked them, please, what is your Kantimala? You're Swami Maharaj disciple, but you don't have Kantimala. Others don't have also Raminikan, Poita. And also so many of them also they forgot also the mantras. Gurudev again repeat like Prabhupada 30, 40 years ago, something like that. So anyway, and then I say, Gurudev, you must have to come to Latin America. But so many opposition. So many opposition. There is no important for Gurudev to go. And Gurudev boldly say, I go to Costa Rica. If it's only him, I'm going to give Harikatha to him. So finally, when Gurudev came to Costa Rica, was like maybe like 400 devotees in the airport. Oh my God. And what's amazing, because so many devotees in the line, and everybody want to embrace him. Even all girls, ladies, everyone, and a group of nuns, also they saw maybe it's a holy man. They came to try to embrace him. Also the police people coming to embrace Gurudev, and Gurudev embrace everyone. So supposed to be planning, like normal, to get out. We spent like 1 hour outside the airport, and Gurudev embraced everyone. So when Gurudev came to the temple, I make a trick, to go more to delay, to waiting for devotees to arrive first, and to make kirtan and big reception, So when we arrived there, devotees organized, like a mariachi, like Mexican Latin music, and band, and also fireworks. And Gurudev all the time say, Ramesh, tell me the translation. Why they singing? So what a very friendly and romantic sounds. Oh my God. So Gurudev arrived very late night, and Gurudev for the first time I see how I enter in the temple. Oh, this is like Gaudiya temple. Oh, it's very interesting. Oh, we preparing to do Artik, and Gurudev say, oh, I can do. Oh my God. So the very beautiful, you know, moments with Gurudev in Costa Rica. So one day, you know, regularly planning to go to the Jewish community, and all my friends, you know, families, and you know, so it was like a club, and actually was the house of a friend, like 60 people planning to meeting, but it was so delayed. And Gurudev gave a class in the evening, just almost finished. It was like 8 o'clock, and Shyamarani come and say, "Oh, I got the phone call. They want you to come." And Gurudev literally jumping from the asana, the Vyasasana, and saying, "Let's go." So Gurudev went to the group. And very funny because Urukrama, what is it, Padmanabha Maharaj and Shyamarani, and Gurudev asked them, "Okay, do kirtan and teach them the Swami step. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna." So all the Jewish community there, was like 100 people, all dancing in the Swami step. And Gurudev was not talking, you know, like regular Harikatha for devotees, talking like unlike the new manifestation of Srila Prabhupada, you know, for the and Gurudev returned back very late. "Oh, Ramesh, with you make me to do these things, you know, but I am so happy because, but I told correctly." He said, so beautiful, you know, I can tell many more experience, you know. So, and also when we arrived in Mexico, we arrived in Brazil, you know, and Venezuela. So Gurudev came to Costa Rica 2 times, and I invite also, he's confirmed, invite him, and the sannyasi in charge, he did puja for Gurudev and washing the feet to Gurudev, and so many of them, the devotees, from there they became these Gurudev disciples. Gurudev initiated more than 100 devotees in Costa Rica. So you can see Sundar Gopal Prabhu, he's there in Costa Rica, married with Muni, and Radha Kanti is there also. My ex-wife Radha Sundari still, you know, keeping the deities and the Vyasasan. You know, the Vyasasan, Gurudev Vyasasan, I asked somebody to, finally we find somebody to make the Vyasasan. And was a man coming and say, "Oh my God, I'm going to do the same thing my father did 30 years ago." What? Well, we prepared him to 1976. Prabhupada planning to come to Costa Rica. So a carpenter man, he made the Vyasasan for Srila Prabhupada. And 30 years after, by casualty, another man, was it the son of the carpenter for Srila Prabhupada, make the Vyasasan, and we still have the Vyasasan there. And the thing is, the only temple, Gaudiya Math temple, with the name Gaudiya Math in Latin America for more than 36 years. So still something happened there by the grace of Srila Gurudev. And still, you know, many things going on, you know, with the preaching now in Colombia.
Thanks, Ramesh. Thank you.
Anyway, so many another anecdotes, you know, because what Gurudev, the most important thing is to establish the goal, the sadhya, to understand the mood, you know. Mahaprabhu came for the external, is to try to deliver the benefit for the jivas to understand the real swarup, and for the internal is to release. Gurudev gives this definition. Also in Mexico, he asked me, "What is the definition of bhakti?" Gurukrama, what is the definition of bhakti? No. So finally, one devotee say, Anja vilasita sunjangena karmanya. So the beautiful explanation or definition of Rupa Goswami, his mission was more concentrated to try to give us, and then also to establish Tangna Marucha Charitadi, that's the reason by the grace of Gurudev, I am here in Vrindavan, and to try to do bhajan and to please him. And how to please him is to try to completely, detach for any concept of the body concept, just to try to establish my sambandha with him by his grace, because he's my bhajan guru, your bhajan guru, and we celebrate. And this year, unfortunately, I tell you frankly, by the effort of Tunga Vidya Didi, we did a very beautiful celebration, but we were not unified. Was the big Kumbh Mela here, very big Vijaya, Vaishnava Vijaya.
We're going to need to close up now, please. It's time to close. We're 15 minutes over.
Okay. So that's what I say. We missing to make a big celebration of the centennial for Srila Prabhupada here in Vrindavan and the Kumbh Mela. 2 millions of people can get the opportunity to get booked and to know more about details of the mission of Srila Gurudev in Vrindavan, because he teaches to everyone here in Brajavasis to chanting the holy name, because many people in Brajavasis, they don't know to chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. They have many others, upasanas and different concepts. But Mahaprabhu was who rediscovered Vrindavan. So I'm the representative of Mahaprabhu Srila Gurudev. So we're not lost. We have to continue with this beautiful festival of glorification of Srila Gurudev. Excuse me to take your time. Excuse me to take more than my time, but so many others memories about Gurudev. So
thank you. Sorry, I had to intervene there, Ramesh. It's just that we have a speaker from India too, and I don't want to disorientate his day by being too late. Thank you so much. I'll keep my comments very short so we can move over to Vrindavan. But thank you so much, Ramesh. It was very, very flavorsome, and I felt there was a lot of salt and sugar in your sharing. And I have to say, you're one of those people who I wonder, had I come to Krishna consciousness earlier, if I was older, if I'd come to Srila Prabhupada, would I have been one of those people that would have remained in the institution, not gone to any other association, or would I maybe have left Krishna consciousness entirely? You're one of those people who has sought truth in their heart throughout and found that association with other Mahabhagavats, and I have so much respect for that faith, because that faith overrode the disappointment that you found around you. So I think that is an amazing, I know you and many others have done that, and that's very instructive to us. If you made it through that spiritual wilderness and you made sure you found somehow through your crying from your heart, you made sure you always had association with the right sadhu. And I remember how Gurudev greeted you was so electric, actually. It was electrifying. So thank you so much for your sharing, Prabhu. And your story.
The most important for me now is to try to service the serving of Srila Gurudev, to be nearest to the who knows the essential of Srila Gurudev. Please keep him in your mind, because your mind is close to Gurudev. So that's the only way I can be close to Gurudev, only because of your grace.
Only if you keep me close in your mind, then please, you go first. Thank you, Prabhu. Dandavat pranams.